Hello, hello. So I remember when I heard the news about um, the the food, you know, the Biden talked about um, giving aid to Gaza a few days ago, and all I could think about was the hot dog danse macabre. I was thinking, are they going to go give hot dogs? And now several people have died from parachute failure of the food aid. So the food comes falling down, but it becomes like a weapon. I was thinking what's going to happen here. Be careful about that food. But um, and now we see here that the aid was falling and parachute failure, people dying. And it fits to the danse macabre theme. I painted something. And now it seems to spread to this place also. I do believe that the crisis when it comes to I do think that there is a real crisis in Gaza when it comes to this, but then at the same time we have this reality poem resonating with danse macabre. Danse macabre, that's how you say. And so parachute failure. I was just thinking, what's going to happen now? It just fits so well when and they're going to drop it. And I was thinking like, oh, what's going to happen? And now it happened, right? 5 killed in Gaza, aid drop, parachute failure. People standing below there, reaching up to the sky for the food, and it just falls down, and instead people die. you know um, and yeah, resonance, right? Resonance, it's a key word when it comes to this. So the inspiration I get, I just like everyone else, I am inspired. I don't know everything, I'm not all knowing. That's what God is, right? God is all knowing. I'm just stumbling around. I'm the, what do we call it? I'm like the drunken Jedi. I'm just wandering around, slipping, and it just fits, when I do like that. Um, and but I don't need to know everything. It's inspiration. I can trust my intuition and this unique set of tools that I have, right? I understood some stuff to be able to do these kind of things. And so yeah, this was my first artwork. I think maybe, yeah, but yeah, my first in this category, right? This category, and we had a lot of things happening because of my painting. My painting actually probably created death. It probably did. It attracted via resonance. The resonance becomes like a storm, a tornado, and things are pulled into that. It's a natural alchemy playing out here with transmutation energy taken from some things, given to other things. And so people think about this and they feel sad. This sadness converts to a momentum. It's always like that. It's the alchemy of reality, the true alchemy, not involving physical chemicals, but the spiritual interaction between things. Something is taken, some things are taken, a lot of things are taken, right? And other things are birthed, or other things get the momentum. So yeah, so I kind of was looking at this and I was kind of thinking, what's going to happen here? This is too much of a coincidence that they're going to do it this dramatical. They're going to drop it from the sky with the food, you know, and of course the aid killed people, of course. And yeah, maybe it's partly, you know, is it my fault? I don't know really, you know. Reality is constructed this way. This is the way reality works. So is it really my fault? Is it really? Because I only understood my environment. That's all I did. I understood my environment, and I can simply paint, or I can talk, and things like this happen. So am I morally guilty? In my opinion, I'm not, okay? And eventually there will be a debate when it comes to this. Because how much can you do what I do until there is a debate, you know? How much can I do what I do until there is a debate about ethics, morals, and things like that? Or maybe people are simply, you know, a hot dog. I tell you that it's good, you know, and eat it, right? It's good stuff. At the same time, as you bite the hot dog, you're thinking, is it going to kill me? Maybe not, you know. It's good. It's, you know, in some way it's filled with magic at this stage, right? So some people seems to fall in relation to it. Some people not, you know. It's, you know, I don't know. It's just poetry to me, okay? Reality is a poem, as I've been saying for a long time, and it's only me saying that. There's no one else telling you that reality is a poem, okay? But eventually people will say like that, and they will not reference me when they do. At least I don't think so, because usually that's how it goes. People take what I say and or whatever, you know what, maybe you know what usually happens. So maybe it's even more a poem than a fractal, you know. I really like the idea of the fractal reality also, right? But a poem is more understandable from a human perspective. You can see it as something needs to be like beautiful as a poem, you know. It needs to be catchy, it needs to be have quirks, it needs to have a sense moral, you know. The sense moral, why would you need a sense moral in a fractal? Well, you have that in a poem. sense moral, right? And eventually you understand the sense moral. But yeah, I'm positive that what happened here during the aid drop is related to the Hotdog danse macabre. It's like food dance of death, you know, but in specific hot dog. And yeah, and it's also a bit fun, right? It's a bit funny. It's a bit taking things not so seriously. Some people like to talk about bankers and things like that, you know, politicians, you know, why not just skip that and talk about hot dogs, you know, to make it obvious. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But maybe I'll not always do that. This was a special case of inspiration that I had about doing a hot dog dance. And when I did this painting, I had no knowledge about this subject. I want you to know, I didn't know anything. Now there is a bit of understanding, there is a bit of rhyme, poetry, and suddenly things are fitting into that. And it's just how it is, you know. And I don't need to know everything, you know. And you don't need to know everything also, right? I like to know things, but I don't need to know everything. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course, I like to learn, I like to understand, but somewhere it's not a requirement, it seems, you know. And I think that's good. Okay, I'll end this recording now. Yeah. Okay, see you guys. Bye bye.